Welcome to another video by the King of Lions. Gonna be doing some unboxing of some items I got from ECS Tuning, as well as installing the new RS4 grill onto my bumper and replacing the fog lights and doing a little PlastiDip on the crash bar. And I still don't have a tripod, so I'm gonna try to do this with one hand and the other hand holding the camera. Maybe I should learn to invest in some vlogging accessories. We'll get to that. I'm too busy investing in my car right now. Alright, let's see how this goes. Bear with me. Hey, you got a nice zoom. Nice close-up of the ECS logo. All because it's easier for me to hold the box while cutting. Got it. One side, two side. It's a typical shipping bags. You get these things all cut up. Bam, boom, 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 bam. Alright, whole bunch of stuff in the box. All the lights came separately. Yep. That is the case. All the LEDs are in separate packages from Ziza, shipped by ECS. We have another box marked fragile, so let me take that out. And once again, we're going to get a nice zoom in so I can hold the box steady while I'm cutting it open. Alright, box is cut open, at least I believe so. Let's see if I can get this thing. Alright, here we go. Favorite thing ever. I really wish I would stop using these things, such a mess. Oh, there's a lot more. And of course there's more boxes as well. Alright, Depot Auto Lamp, bam. There's one. Here's the second one. I did not just order a single fog light, ordered a pair. It was actually more cost effective that way. Halogen bulbs. I could have bought the headlight assembly, or I'm sorry, the fog light assembly with LEDs, but it would have been an extra $100. Alright. So today I'm PlastiDipping my crash bumper, changing out my fog lights, and also changing my grill. It's a pretty nice day out. Figure I can get this in before it gets too dark and I have to go to class. So right now I'm just waiting for the fourth coat of the PlastiDip on the crash bumper to dry up. I'm probably gonna let it dry for about an hour. It should dry about 4 hours until it's completely done, but it's not gonna get touched. I'm gonna put the grill back over top of it with the bumper, and I have to get out to class. So we're going to go with the 1 hour and pretty much see how that works out. Maybe it'll be about an hour and a half or 2 hours. But it's not really one of those spots that it needs to be absolutely beautiful. It's more or less just blackening it out so that you can't see it through the RS4 grill. I didn't want a big silver bumper hanging out right in between the brand new hexagonal grill that looks absolutely beautiful. Speaking of, if you look right behind me here, boom. Already got it mounted. Got the new fog lights on. Now that bar that you see running across there is just styrofoam. Not sure if I'm going to keep that on there or not. I guess the styrofoam is meant to protect the grill itself if I get hit. I don't really see how much protection it's going to actually provide though. Considering this grill is pretty, I want to say flimsy, but I mean if it's involved in an accident, it's going to break. That's just how the story goes. So the fog lights, they went in very easy. Just a couple screws. Torque 20 is pretty much universal on this car so far, I found out. The 26 is used in some spots, but mostly you're just going to use the Torque 20 and you'll be able to get the front bumper off, get the grill off, get the headlights out, I'm sorry, get the fog lights out, and yeah, easy breezy. All the screws are just about the same. There's only 2 screws on the bottom of the bumper that are flatheads, and those are on the far sides. The hardest part I had was getting the 10mm nuts unscrewed from underneath the wheel well, and I know that's what everyone else says is the hardest part, and it's really just because everything else is that easy. When you're unscrewing the 10mm bolts, you can see a gap between the fender and the bumper. Keep going until you look in that gap and you don't see the bolt spinning anymore, and that means it's completely undone and you can easily pop the bumper off. Now, a lot of people say 2 people to take the bumper off is a lot easier. I did it with 1 person. I just put a mat underneath it and a towel, but it's not like it just fell plain right off the bumper. I mean, there's a couple clips there. You pull it off slowly from the sides and then the top and the bottom. The only thing that really was an issue was the home link sensor. Just having to get that off without it actually hanging from the bumper. So I had to place the bumper up on top of the engine and to pull that out. Once I did that though, with 2 hands it's easy, but with 1 hand it was very difficult. So for the PlastiDip on the crash bumper, or the crash zone, whatever it's specifically called, make sure you tape up the radiator, the lights, any electrical components that you see. For the most part, it's a lot of plastic, a lot of bolts, so you don't really have to worry about covering all that up. If anything, specifically leave it uncovered so you can make sure it's all blacked out and you can't see it through the grill. I'm excited to get this back together. It looks beautiful. And if anyone has any questions, let me know. It all went very smoothly so far. I mean, I don't have the bumper back on yet, but I imagine it's going to be easier than it was putting it on. Maybe the 10mm is going to give me in a little bit of trouble holding it in place and being able to tighten it, but everything else is going to be easy. One thing I did notice with this car, the reason why I got the fog lights to begin with, was one of them was broken. Now I see the front fog light covers. There's actually 2 different ones. One has a gap and the other is covered. Assume the one with a gap looks nicer, but then you're going to just be able to see right through to the components, so I'm not sure how easy you can actually see through there and how bad it actually looks. If that's the case, then hey, I'll go with this one. Either way, I'll need to buy one. About the 4th coat of the matte PlastiDip. You can see I have mostly everything taped off here. Make sure I cover all sides of the lights except for, I mean, around the outside of it. But I did make sure to cover the inside here just from extra spray. Bolts here that are getting PlastiDip on them, that doesn't bother me. If anything, I want them covered up. There's a sensor here that I have taped off. The cord might have a little bit of PlastiDip on it, but I just want to make sure the open area where there's no electrical tape is covered. See, there's a little bit of cords running through there. That just heads down to the fog light. So those are all covered though, so I don't really worry about that too much either. So like I said, easy process. If you have any questions, make sure you post some comments down below. I'll make sure to answer them. And I'll get a video when it's completely on there. Not sure if it'll be bright enough yet, but if that's not the case, I'll make sure to make another video and post it shortly thereafter. Alright, this is the King of Lions. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Hey, whatever. Just let me know what's going on. Got any questions, like I said, hit me up. Leave a comment. Peace.